Hi there, I'm Ryan. My wife Emily is behind the camera right now. We are the Snail Travelers. We are full-time permanent travelers. We're traveling all around the world, and we're going to make a video that's a little bit different than the other videos that we've made. If you've seen some of our other videos, you know most of our videos are about our budget, how much money we spend each time we go to a new place. And so we realized that most people who watch our videos don't even know us. It's not just our friends who watch our videos, it's people that we don't know. So we're going to make a video to kind of tell you a little bit about who we are and how we went about the process of becoming full-time permanent travelers. So Emily and I met in 2009, and one of the things that really attracted us to each other was we had a lot in common. And one of those things in common we had was just a love for travel. And so we both had been extensive travelers before we even met. I had been to like 40 or 50 different countries, and now we're up to, I think I'm up to about 70 now. Emily, I don't think she even knows how many countries she went to, probably 20, 30. And so we just absolutely love to travel. We would try to take one international trip each year after we got married. And so right after our wedding, we actually hopped on a cruise ship and we traveled through the Panama Canal. We visited six different countries there. We've been a lot of other places. We went to Greece one year. We went to Haiti more as kind of a service trip where we worked at an orphanage. That was right after the earthquake in Haiti. We've been to India. We've been to Nepal. We've been to Japan. We went to Belize one year. We've been to France. We've been to Norway. We went to Cuba. That was one of our favorite places. We absolutely just loved Cuba. So we would try and take one of these trips once a year, but we ran into some problems, and one of the problems was trying to get our vacation time to take these trips. I'm a school teacher, and so my vacation needs to take place during specific times of the year. I can't just go leave my classroom for 2 weeks to take off on a trip. Whereas Emily's a nurse, and so for her, she can take vacation whenever she wants, but the problem was her vacation schedule was very limited. In fact, she had to do a bunch of bidding against her coworkers to get certain times of the year off. And if she could get the right time of the year off where it would work for me to go on a trip too, that was the popular time with her coworkers. So she would have to bid. It was almost kind of like an auction system. It was really kind of strange. And so at most we could usually get a week. You know, if we wanted 10 days, that was really pushing it. In 2 weeks, almost never were we able to get that much time off. So that's why our travel has kind of been limited, but now we're full-time travelers. So how did we become full-time travelers? What made us decide to do this? So in 2017, I had a little bit of a health scare. I was walking to work one day. It was a really nice day. I decided to walk to work because it was just kind of there's a nice greenway path that connected where we lived to my work. And as I was walking, my knee started swelling up and getting really painful. And by the time I finished the walk, I could barely even stand. And so of course we went to the doctor, we had it all checked out, we had MRIs, went to actually several different orthopedic doctors, and none of them could tell from the MRI or any other test what had happened. And so that was a little bit scary, and what was really scary is it turned out I also had a blood clot. We're not sure if the injury to my knee caused the blood clot or if maybe the blood clot caused the injury. But that was a much more serious health risk. It was very kind of traumatic, and it was kind of a wake-up call just to the way we live our life. And so another issue that came up was Emily's job. Her job was just so stressful. She was working 13, sometimes even 14 hours for her shifts as a nurse practitioner. Her days off, she'd end up sleeping the whole time because she was just so exhausted, and by the time she recovered and was feeling good again, she'd have to go right back to work. And she'd have to work so many different weekends, which was when I had time off. And so there were times when we would see each other for like maybe 5 minutes a day. So we just were not getting enough time. So all this to say, a bunch of things were coming up that made us start thinking about our lives. We had all these dreams about what we were going to do when we retire. We always said, when we retire, we are just going to travel all around the world. We said when we retire, maybe we'd build a log cabin on a lake. We said when we retire, maybe we would buy an RV and travel all around the country. We actually had a little clamshell RV that we absolutely loved. We would take weekend trips with that. And so we wanted to do that a little bit more extensively and go to the national parks. So those were kind of our dreams. But when we had these issues come up, like my health scare and Emily's very stressful job, we said, what are we waiting for? why are we going to wait till we retire to do all this traveling? Why can't we do it now? But then you think, well, then we have to quit our jobs, and then do we have enough money to do this? Well, fortunately, we are very frugal people. We've always been very big savers. And so we thought, well, we keep saving for retirement. Why not use some of this money now? We both have jobs, me as a math teacher and Emily as a nurse, where it'd be very easy to go back to work, after we take a few years off. So that's what we decided to do. We decided we were going to quit our jobs, take a few years off, and just really focus on traveling the world. So about a year or two before we decided to do this, that's when we really kicked in our frugalness. We really bumped it up a notch. We saved any penny we could. And then as we prepared to leave, we sold literally everything we owned. We sold our townhouse. We sold all of our belongings. We sold our cars. We have about maybe 5 storage bins stored at my parents' house with just like mementos and just little personal things that we wanted to keep. So that's how we started all this. Again, we started our travel journey back in August of 2018. So we don't know how long we're going to be traveling. We might be gone 2 more years. We might be gone 5 more years. It really depends on our money. If we run out of money, like I said, we're still in our 40s. It would be easy for us to go back to work. So that's our video for today. We appreciate you watching. And again, I know this is a very different kind of video from most of the other videos that we make. If you have any suggestions of other types of videos that you'd like to see, maybe you'd like to see us do a video on what we carry in our backpacks, because we travel very lightly. We just have carry-on backpacks that we take with us. Maybe you want to know how we lived a life that was so frugal so that we could quit our jobs and travel the world. We can give you tips on how to save money while you're traveling to keep your expenses low. But in the meantime, check out some of our other videos that we've already made. We have a video on South America where we talk about every penny that we spent, how much it cost, where we went, and the budget for that trip. We have videos on all the specific places we've been to in South America, and now we're in Southeast Asia, continuing our adventure here. So we have videos on the cost of living in different places in Southeast Asia. We have a video on Myanmar Myanmar was just a special place for us. We really enjoyed that. And so again, be sure to follow our channel. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to our channel. So again, thanks for watching, and we just hope that you will continue to travel around the world with us.